Hey, welcome everybody. Here we are live. The game is between the Mets and the Yanks. We're in the Bronx, and it's Johan Santana versus AJ Burnett. It's 2009. Yes, you've traveled into the past, and it is 2009, and it's Jose Alex Cora, leading it off as the shortstop for the Mets, followed by Fernando Martinez, and we have the card, the homemade card, homebrew Fernando Martinez. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and we don't even get color on these. And he's going to be playing left field. We made him a 2 since he had no errors. Carlos Beltran, the center fielder, batting third. David Wright, the third baseman, batting fourth. Batting fifth is Ryan Church. These are the actual lineups. The actual lineups of the time. And Gary Sheffield, the DH. And batting sixth, batting seventh is Danny the Murphy, first baseman. Brian Schneider, the catcher. And then it's Luis Castillo for the Mets. We'll do the same for the Yanks when it comes that time. We're going to get rolling. And he goes. On the mound for the Yanks, it's AJ Burnett, 63. They fly out to center to 31. Next, we have Martinez, who scoots around on the table. 13, that's a 42, so that's a hit by pitch. A hit by pitch, a 42. So Fernando Martinez is hit by a pitch. And it's Beltran, that's a 53. It's a 17. The 17, the right fielder is a 2, Nick Swisher, with a runner on first. 17 is going to be a fly out to right, so Swisher shows some range and makes the catch. 2 away. And next is David Wright. Now the Mets have lost the first 2 games of this 3-game series. It's a 42, and that's a base on balls. And Burnett is at XW, so he's going to walk him. First and second, moving to second is Martinez. David Wright manages a 2-out walk, and the tables are set for Ryan Church, and that's a 16. The Yankee center fielder is at Cabrera, a 3. Don't ask me about that. I don't totally agree with that, but then again, it's a lot of times a matter of opinion. So it's a fielding 1 for the center fielder, and it's going to be what did I say? Was it a 16? And a fielding 1 is a first on error, runner out at home, other to third, batter second scores. If there's 2 out, if there are 2 outs, 1 runner scores, the other out at third. E8, and then 8 to 5. All right, works. 1 runner scores, E8, and then 8 to 5. So there's no RBI, and that's out number 3. And that's all she wrote. The Yanks pick up a run on no hits, actually. I'm sorry, the Mets pick up a run on no hits, and it was Cabrera, the center fielder, who made that big error with 2 outs that allowed the run to score. So we go to the Yanks. It's Derek Jeter leading it off. It's a 35. That's going to be 9 because Santana pitching for the Mets is a B, so that's going to be a single. And I will go to the Merino boards. I'm going to play a few games on my own before I go public with the Merino boards because I've never played them before. And once I feel a little bit comfortable, Johnny Damon, 52. It's a 27 under a 3 because David Wright, it's a grounder to David Wright at third. And it's going to be a 5 to 3. 5 to 3 put out with Jeter going to second. So 1 out. And just got home from work and playing a little bit of APBA. It's a 51. That's a 9. That's going to be a base hit. And what is it? Does a run come home on that 9? Let's see. Runner on second. Runner on second. Runner on over second. A single over second. Runner scores. S out at home. And Jeter is definitely not an S, so that's a RBI single for Teixeira. And it's a 1-1 ball game. RBI for Teixeira. It's Alex Rodriguez. Alex Rodriguez batted .286 and hit 30 home runs. A 12. Oh, that's gonna be ground ball. 4-6-3 double play. So the Mets are out of that inning. 1 run on 2 hits. 25 is 4-6-3 double play. I'm going to check that just in case. Make sure there's no 25. Yep. Unless you're a K. A K would be a strikeout. So it's a 4-6-3 DP. Cano will be due up in the bottom of the second. Leading it off is going to be Gary Sheffield. Let's bring him into view. And let's bring this into view as well. There we go. So 61, it's a ground ball to short. 1 away. We wrote in the wrong box, but we'll fix it. Murphy 13, that's a 37. That's, I believe, a strike. 37 is a strike. W base on balls, and Burnett, it's a walk. So it's a walk for Murphy because of Burnett's inability to hit the strike zone. And next is Schneider, Brian Schneider. 14, that's a fly ball to left. 2 out. And Castillo, Louis Castillo. 25, that's a 10. A 10 against a C pitcher. Burnett is a C. A 10 with a runner on first against a C pitcher is a single to right, runner to third, batter steals second on second pitch. So runner to third, and then you got a single, you got a stolen base, and second and third now with 2 outs, and Joey Cora. Let's see what Joey Cora can do here. Can he be clutch? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's a 52. It's a 27. Second and third, 27. Yeah, it's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman is a 4. So 27 will be a ground ball to third. Rodriguez up with it. Fires to first. Out number 3. But the Mets pick up 1 hit. No runs, unfortunately. And we go to the bottom of the second. It's going to be Yoan Santana pitching against Robbie Smooth Operator Cano. 51, line drive out, caught by the shortstop. Swisher, 55, and that's a ground ball to short, out number 2. Remember, Santana's a B. A 23 is a ground ball to third base. Right up with it. Throws him out. 3 up, 3 down. And Santana is in control in this bottom of the second inning. Top of the third. AJ Burnett sets and deals. And it's Fernando, 66. It's going to take us to the double column. And that's going to be a 61. That's going to be a ball that rolls to the wall, and hustling to second is Fernando Martinez, who batted like 176 and do very well at 91 at bats for the Mets in 2009. And this is June 14th of June and 2009. And it's a 13, it's a 14, it's going to be a walk to Beltran. First and second, nobody out. So Burnett finds himself in a predicament. And that's David Wright there. It's a 25. A 25 is going to be a 10 with runners on first and second against a C pitcher. A 10, it's going to be against a C pitcher. A 10 is going to be a single, beats out bunt, fills the bases. So automatically APBA knows that right bunts and it's successful. He beats it out. I don't know how that could be, but it is what it is. Ryan Church, bases loaded, nobody out. Infield at 1-1. His infield's back right now. 26, that's a strikeout. 1 out. Gary Sheffield, 36, that's a base on balls. So Burnett walks in a run. The Mets are up 2-1. Next is going to be Danny Murphy with the bases loaded. It's 2-1. The Mets are looking for that double play. That's a 52-27 with the bases loaded. Let's see what we can get to happen here. The third baseman is Wright, who's only 3. So that's going to be trouble to try to get a double play here. Yeah, it's not going to work. Not in time at first base, so it's going to be a force out at third. Everybody else advances. So Wright is out for out number 2. This was out number 1. And a run will score. Beltran is going to score, and going to the second is Sheffield. This is going to be a fielder's choice for Murphy. So runners on first and second now. And Schneider, 51. That's a 14. That's going to be a base on balls. Bases are now loaded. And it's Luis Castillo, 64. That's a 36 with bases loaded. Wow. All right, we get some action here. Bases loaded, 36 against the Yankees. Bases loaded, 36 against the Yankees. We're fielding column 1. A wild pitch. So there's a pitch that gets away from Burnett, and that's going to allow Sheffield to score. Going to third is Murphy. Going to second is Schneider. And that's 3 runs in this inning by the Mets, and they lead it 4-1. Castillo's still up. Oh boy, that's a line drive, 7 against a C pitcher, 1-3, and he's given up 5 runs already, so he automatically goes to D. Oh no, there was a run on an error, so he would not. Gotta write that in. He's only given up 4 official runs. So it's second and third. Let's see. Second and third, and we decided it was. All right, so it's Castillo. Second and third, and that's a base on balls, so it's going to be a walk. And I think that's what it was before, but I totally forgot. I totally spaced out. Bases loaded. Alex Cora. I call him Joey Cora all the time. Bases loaded, 2 out. Here's a pitch from, oh boy, from Burnett. It's a 9. Oh, we may get lucky here. We may get lucky on a 9 with the bases loaded against a C pitcher. That is going to be a fly ball to left field. Out number 3. So that's all she wrote, but the Mets pick up 3 huge runs on basically 3 walks, 4 walks, and 2 hits. And they lead it by a score of 4-1. They've lost the first 2 games against the Yanks. And here is the Milkman. That's going to be a 6-3 put out. Shortstop. Cora. Or to first. Next is going to be the Desperation Creation. How do you like that? The Desperation Creation is my use of colored pencils and black ink pen and red ink pen to create a card, a reasonable facsimile of a card. This is quite embarrassing. Do not share this with anybody, okay, or it will cost you your life. So Francisco Cervelli is up, nobody on. one out. 23, and that's going to be a, looks like a 12, and that is with nobody on, a 12. Don't know what that is. Fielding 2 is a 5-3. Grounded at third. And next is going to be Jeter. 66, that's going to potentially be extra bases. 26, and it is a double for Jeter, a 2-out double for DJ. Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer. Next is Johnny Damon. He lifts one pop-up, high pop-up to right field. Right fielder Church is there for out number 3. But the Yanks do pick up one hit. They leave one at the end of 3 innings. It's 4-1 Mets. So the Mets are teaching the Yankees a little lesson. Playing ball, I'm coming back. I'm losing the first 2 of a series and coming back and being in control. 44, that's a single against Burnett. So that's Martinez. Fernando Martinez, a 170 batter, has reached 3 times for the Mets. That's karma. Beltran, 52, oh boy. Rodriguez is a 4, so I think that's a third baseman. So I think that's going to be a fielder's choice. Let me just double check that. Fielder's choice, and it is a 5-4 fielder's choice. So a 5-4. Martinez is out, but on at first is Beltran. That's a 44. That's an 8. That's a single. Runner at third. Beltran hustles over to third. First and third now. And it's Ryan Church. He reached out an error and struck out. It's a 65. That's a 35 with the runners on first and third. A 35 is a foul out to short right field. And that's going to be the second baseman, Cano. Nice catch, over the shoulder catch. One of Cano's signature plays, and that's going to be lifted to left. Left fielder Damon there for out number 3. So it's 1, 2, and 3. The Mets strand 2, and they pick up 2 hits, but no runs here in the top of the 4th. We're moving right along. It's Teixeira against Santana, 44, and that's a fly ball center field, out number 1. A-Rod, 41, grounded to short. Cora up with it over to Murphy. And now it's a chopper to the second baseman, Cano. Is thrown out for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down here at the bottom of the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. It's Murphy. There he is, 43. And that's going to be a strikeout. Murph goes down on strikes. And that is strikeout number 2 for Burnett. Schneider, 53. It's going to be an E4. I don't believe there's any opportunity for it not to be an E. Filling number 1, filling number 2 is a 7. Filling number 1, it's an actual error by the second baseman. So Schneider, E4. Cano mishandles the ball, and Castillo, and that's going to be a single, a 7 against a C pitcher. A single against a seat pitcher is a single, runner to third. So runners on first and third now. Hustling over to third is the catcher. It's going to be Joey Cora. Joey Cora, here's the pitch, top of the 5th inning. There's action in the Yankees bullpen. It's a 27 with runners on first and third. Infield is still back. First and third, a 27. 27 is to A-Rod, and that's going to be a runner's hold, 5-3. 5-3 put out, runner's hold, so hit just too hard for Schneider at third, who's not really fleet-footed to score. But here's Fernando Martinez from San Juan, Dominican Republic. Ooh, a 56. It's a 34. Runners on first. Runners on first and third. No. Runners on second and third now. And second and third, and that's going to be 56, which is a 34. And it's going to be a high pop-up, and Jeter is going to call for it. Pop to 6. And it's one hit, no runs. It's 4-1. Mets here in the bottom of the fifth. We are moving along. We are hustling through this game. Not letting anybody down. Swisher, 44. It's a fly ball center field. Out number 1. Matsui, 51. That's a single. Single over short, they call it. Cabrera, 25. That's going to be 5-3 with a runner going to second. So runner to second now. And it's Francisco Cervelli with our home brew card, handmade. This is 10 times more expensive than any other card because it's handmade by the stable genius, yours truly. And it's an 8, and an 8 against a B pitcher is going to be an out with a runner at second. And that's going to be a comebacker to Santana. Over to first, out number 3. So one hit. And we go to Beltran. Beltran, 23. That's a ground ball to second. Cano, out number 1. Wright, David Wright, now retired, 36. It's a base on balls. There's action in the Yankee bullpen. Let's see what happens here. Robertson, I see Robertson out there. 22, that's a hit by pitch. And that's all she wrote for Burnett. Robertson coming in. And Robertson is going to be a blue pitcher. He's going to go out, definitely 2 batters. So he's an A, and we actually created him today. We used a printer to create A.J. Burnett. I'm sorry, A.J. Burnett to create David Robertson. So here he is, David Robertson coming in. You can see his card, black and white. He's an AKW, so that's going to be interesting for me. So it's Gary Sheffield with runners on first and second, only 1 out. Here's the pitch from Robertson, 66. That's a deep drive to left field. Back goes the left fielder, Damon, to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. 3-run home run. And you know that Robertson wishes he had that pitch back. 66. That's the beauty of APBA. 66 is a 1, and you know what that means. So the Mets, my God, are really piling it on. It's 7-1 now, and it's Murphy, 21. That's a fly ball to left. Out number 2. And then you have Schneider, the catcher, 25, and against an A pitcher, that's going to be an out. I believe that's a strikeout, I believe, not too sure. Let's see. A 9 against an A is a ground ball to short for out number 3. So we score 3 big runs on 1 hit. A walk and a hit by pitch. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Jeter leading it off against Santana. And that's a 56. That's a base on balls. So Jeter walks. Johnny Damon batted .282 51, a 9. That's going to be a single. So first and second. Nobody out. Yanks have something going here. Teixeira, good power. Oh boy, that's a 12. Runs on first and second. That's going to be a double play. I have a feeling that's going to be a double play. First and second, a 12. No, it's a fielder's choice. Unless he's a W and it's a walk. So the bases are loaded for A-Rod. Oh, I'm sorry. Santana's pitching. My mistake. So it was a fielder's choice. Fielder's choice. My mistake. First and second. 6-4. My mistake. So it's a fielder's choice. 6-4. Runner to third. So it's first and third now. One out. And it's Alex Rodriguez. 62, that's a 22. Running on first and third, a 22. And that's going to be a balk. So a run scores. And the other runner, and this run scores on a balk. And Rodriguez is still up with a runner on second now. 62, that's a 22 with a runner on second. That's going to be runner steals third. So Teixeira, that's the second time that's happened. I'm not going to comment on that. In 3 games, he's stolen third base. Actually, he was at second, and he stole third base. And I mean, Teixeira is not known as a base stealer. He can barely steal second base. Not even a fast runner, so that shouldn't happen. 21, and that's going to be a strikeout. Out number 2. And that's Johan Santana's. Is that his first strikeout of the game? And it is his first strikeout of the game. Johan Santana. And it's Cano. 56, 34, runner on third now. Runner on third, 34. A pop-up to the first baseman. Right there is Murphy. And that's out number 3. So the Yanks pick up 1 hit, but no runs. And at the end of 6, it's the Mets 7, Yankees 1. And we're going to go to Castillo. Luis Castillo, 63. It's a fly ball to center. Next is Cora, 56. It's going to be a pop-up to short. And this is Robertson in there. He's pitching. Still blue. And that was Martinez popped up to short, and now it's Carlos Beltran. 51 against an 8 pitcher. That's going to be a grounder to third or something like that. 3 up, 3 down. Johan Santana still in there for the Mets, and it's going to be Swisher. 21, that's a strikeout. Number 2. Out number 1. Next is going to be Matsui. Oh, it's an 11. That's going to be second column, 22. It's deep drive, deep to right field. Back goes the right fielder. Who is the right fielder? Church, back to the track, back to the wall, looks up. Gone. Matsui. Godzilla. And it's Cabrera. 33. That's going to be second column. Oh, a 32. That's a single. First base, and there goes Cabrera, steals second. That's the way APBA does it. And it's Cervelli with his home brew card, trying to impress everybody. A 9 against Santana, who went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be a runner on second, a 9 against a B pitcher. I believe it's going to be a RBI single. RBI single. Cabrera comes around third, and he scores. And it's Derek Jeter. Only one out, 14, fly ball left. 2 out now. And Damon. Johnny Damon. 52. That's going to be we're going to call it ground ball to third base. That's what normally it is. That it's an out for sure. So the Yanks pick up 2 big runs on 3 hits, including the home run, the leadoff home run by Matsui. And the score now is 7-3. I'm going to put that up here, 7-3 Mets. Robertson's going to be replaced by a guy named, who else we got? Baroa. Takahashi, if you will. And he's going to come in. And he's going to be red. He's going to come in, he's going to pitch at least to 3 batters. So Takahashi, Ken Takahashi, the lefty, going to face Wright, Church, and Sheffield. 66, David Wright. And that's a 25, and that's a deep drive, but that's off the wall. It rolls around out there. Wright hustling around second into third, and under the tag, a triple, leadoff triple for David Wright, who's got 3 hits today and 2 walks. So he's been on base all 5 times. Infield's in for Yanks. Church, 23. 26 with infield in. Our second baseman's an 8. And we have the infield in, and that's a single. Runner scores. RBI single gets by Cano. 8-3 now. And Church singles home Cano. I'm sorry, Church singles home right by Cano. And it's Sheffield, a fly ball to left, 1 out. I'm going to put it on this side because I'm writing on the other side. 31 Murphy, and that's a 9 against a B pitcher. That's going to be a base hit. Stopping at second is Church. Schneider, the catcher, runners on first and second, 1 out. It's a 13, a 36 with runners on first and second. A 36, the pass ball gets by Cervelli. So runners move up a base. Takahashi, the lefty, is still in there. And it's Schneider's still batting, I'm sorry. Runner infield is in a 29. It's going to be 29 with runners on second and third. 29 is, it's a comebacker right to Takahashi. Fields it cleanly. Over to first, out number 2. And now it's Castillo. 21, that's lifted to left. High pop-up. In left field is Johnny Damon, makes the catch. Left field, I'm sorry again. Yankees and Mets, man, I confuse them. Oh, it's Johnny Damon, that's right. I'm sorry. You're all right. Johnny Damon makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We're moving in this game, moving and grooving. And it's Teixeira leading it off against Johan Santana. It's going to be a double. 1 hop to the wall. Hustling after it is the center fielder. And Beltran gets it in quickly. So there's action in the Met bullpen now. 33. It's going to be another double, back-to-back doubles, and that's going to be all for Santana. It's 8-4 ball game now. 8-4, nobody out, runner on second base. And we're going to go to Green. He's going to pitch at least 3 batters. We have Cano's coming up. Cano is a lefty. See if we have a lefty on the Mets to bring in, even though we don't really use lefty-righty. Coke. Coke is, there you go. Coke is in there. And Coke is going to be Green. And he's going to face Cano. Phil Coke. Phil Koch had a 4.50 RA in 72 games. Against Cano, 45, so base on balls. Cano walks. So the tying run is now on deck. Yep, tying run is on deck. It's Nick Swisher, excuse me, 53-16. Uh-oh. Beltran, 16 is a center field, so Beltran is a 3, so that's a deep fly to center field. It was what? Runners on first and second. I hate charts. First and second. Said first on error, runner out at home, other to third, batter on second and throw. Oh wow, okay. So basically the same thing that happened on the other occasion is going to happen here. First on error, so Swisher makes it to first. Batter out trying for second. 7, 3, 4. A single, so single, one runner scores. 8-5 now. 8-5. Other to third. So Cano hustles over to third, and Swisher is out trying for second. So now there is one out, and it's Matsui. Matsui homered in his last at bat. That's a fly ball to right field. The right fielder is a 2 with a runner on third. 8-5 ball game right now. And he's a 2 right field, and that's going to be a fly out. Runner holds. F scores is Cano and the F, and I believe he may be an F. And Cano scores, hustles down the line, sacrifice fly to, what do we say, right field, 9. So that's going to be an RBI. RBI there for, so an RBI for Matsui. And the score now is 8-6 Mets. With 2 outs, you got Cabrera. 16 is a ground that is short. And that's a third out. But the Yanks pick up 3 big runs on 2 big hits. And now it's an 8-6 ball game going into the 9th. 8-6. Joey Cora is leading it off against, is he a lefty? Takahashi, 0.3, and that's a ground ball to third. 1 down. Down, I'll put it on this side because I'm writing on the other side. 15, and that's a 9. That's going to be a single for Martinez. That's his third hit of the game, and he's a 170 hitter. Goes to show you that guys can just have good days regardless of what their stats say. Beltran, 54 fly ball. That goes the right fielder. Swisher makes the catch for out number 2, and it's David Wright. 65, that's popped up. That's going to be to the second, to the catcher. Oh, wait a second. 35 may be a walk, because we have runner on first. That's a 35 with a pitcher who has a W, and that is a walk, base on balls. So big base on balls here. And going to second is Martinez. David Wright's on at first. That's his 3rd walk of the game. Okay, it's Ryan Church. It's a 43. And Takahashi's a Y. 43 is a 29. I'm thinking first and second. 29 is a comebacker, Takahashi, for out number 3. And the Mets leave 2. They score here. There was no hits here. There was 2 hits here, and there was 1 hit here and a walk. But they failed to score. It's an 8-6 ball game. We're to the bottom of the 9th. The Mets are going to bring in their closer. It's going to be K-Rod. Back in 2009, it was K-Rod Francisco Rodriguez, 3.71 ERA with 35 saves. So he could make it interesting. and that's going to be red. There we go. It's going to be Melky leading it off. I'm sorry, Cervelli here in the ninth. He will bat. 42, that's going to be a strikeout. So Rodriguez is a BXYW, strikes out Cervelli, 1 out. First strikeout for Cervelli, and Jeter next. Jeter has a double and a single today. 55 and 8 against Cervelli a B, and that's a fly out to center field. Out number 2. So the Mets are 1 out away from winning the rubber match. 61, and that's a ground ball, and that's a strikeout. Second strikeout for K-Rod, game over. Mets win it 8-6. So the win is going to go to Santana. Coke gets a hold, and Rodriguez, K-Rod, gets a save. The loss goes to Burnett. Game over, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Out number 3, and that was our 2009 replay of the Subway Series, played it in the Bronx. Hope you enjoyed it, had a lot of fun. I'll talk to you soon.